The story opens in the bustling city of Dhaka, Bangladesh, a city overflowing with life and tainted by criminal undercurrents. In the first scene, we're introduced to a severely wounded man who we later come to know as our protagonist, Tyler Rake. Gasping for breath and drenched in blood, Tyler hides amid a chaotic gunfight, attempting to evade his enemies. The tension is palpable, heightened by intercut flashbacks that take us back to a few days prior, where Tyler's dangerous mission is just beginning. In Mumbai, India, a young teenager named Ovi Mahajan Jr. finds himself in a precarious situation. Ovi is the son of Ovi Mahajan Sr., a major Indian drug lord currently imprisoned. His father's many enemies seek revenge, putting Ovi Jr. in constant danger. One evening, as Ovi ventures out to a hangout spot, he notices a girl he's interested in, but lacks the courage to approach her. One of his friends, trying to boost his confidence, offers him a cigarette. However, this act is quickly interrupted by a police officer who pretends to uphold the law, but turns out to be a henchman of Amir Asif, a powerful drug lord from Bangladesh. Ovi finds himself abducted, now a pawn in a much larger game. Amir Asif's motive is clear. By capturing Ovi Jr., he aims to pressure Ovi Sr., seizing control over key drug routes while intimidating his rivals. From his prison cell, Ovi Sr. desperately seeks help, calling on his loyal bodyguard, Saju, to rescue his son. Saju, fearing for the safety of his own family, feels he has no choice but to obey. Aware that the task will be anything but simple, Saju realizes he needs outside assistance. Here enter Tyler Rake, a former soldier turned mercenary. Resilient, fearless, and haunted by a dark past marked by the loss of his own son, Tyler accepts this mission, a chance to fill the emotional void that consumes him. Recruited by his contact, Nick Khan, who serves as the mission's intermediary, Tyler sets out with a straightforward objective: to retrieve Ovi and safely transport him out of the city by boat, which waits at the river's edge. Upon arriving in Dhaka, Tyler finds the city locked down by Amir's powerful influence, transforming it into a fortress where every corner is under surveillance. Attempting to cut through this ironclad security, Tyler contacts Amir, offering a substantial payment. Despite his efforts, he's intercepted on the street and taken to Amir's headquarters, under the guise of further negotiation. The guards take the opportunity to intimidate Tyler, pointing a gun at his head, yet he remains unshaken, his resolve unbroken. After confirming the hostage's location, Amir's men instruct Tyler to return later with the money. But as he steps into the hallway, Tyler sees his chance and strikes. Swiftly, he dismantles his captors with brutal efficiency, his combat skills on full display as he eliminates each adversary. Ovi is finally rescued, though confused about the unfolding chaos, yet he realizes sticking with Tyler is his only choice for survival. Meanwhile, Amir Asif is in a darkened room torturing a group of young boys, demanding answers about his missing funds. One of them, attempting to deflect Amir's rage, invents a story that piques his interest. Amir then forces the boy to cut off 2 of his fingers as a twisted show of loyalty, before a general enters to inform him that Ovi has been kidnapped. Amir's focus shifts, and he orders the general to lock down every exit in the city, deploying all available forces to find the boy. The general, despite knowing the near impossibility of the task, is unable to defy him. Before leaving, Amir instructs his men to arm the boy he was torturing, as if inviting him into his ranks. Back with Tyler, the situation rapidly escalates. Shortly after escaping, Tyler learns from Nick that Saju has plotted to double-cross his team. Saju's plan is to dispose of Tyler, rescuing Ovi himself to avoid the heavy ransom costs. This sudden betrayal throws Tyler's mission into disarray. Now in a hostile city under intense surveillance, Tyler must protect Ovi from both Amir's forces and his former allies' cunning scheme. At the extraction point, Tyler's team awaits on a boat, ready for the pickup, but they hear a strange noise beneath the vessel. A leak, it seems. In reality, Saju's men have covertly infiltrated the boat, eliminating the crew one by one. Another squad has ambushed those waiting in the nearby jungle, leaving Tyler entirely isolated in the hostile city with Ovi as his only charge. When Saju finally contacts Ovi, urging him to come his way, Tyler refuses to let the boy go. He reveals to Ovi that Saju might be in league with Amir, manipulating the situation to suit his own agenda. Tyler leads Ovi back into the heart of the city, where Amir's men, corrupt officers, and street thugs are relentless in their pursuit. They're soon cornered in a modest guest house within a cramped neighborhood. Tyler, scanning for any possible escape route, fights off each attacker that dares close in, his determination unyielding. In the midst of this, Tyler crosses paths once more with Saju. A former soldier with intense training, Saju is as formidable as Tyler himself, and the two clash violently over Ovi. A brutal hand-to-hand fight ensues, their survival skills tested as Amir's mercenaries continue to swarm the area. In a fierce knife battle, Saju gains a momentary advantage when a car strikes Tyler, but Tyler, resilient as ever, retaliates, slamming Saju with a car of his own, regaining custody of Ovi. With their pursuers closing in, Tyler and Ovi commandeer a pickup truck, swerving through alleys and finally ditching the vehicle in a tunnel. Tyler creates the illusion of their demise, hoping the wreckage might mislead Amir's men. Yet Amir, ever skeptical, orders his men to confirm their deaths. Before long, intelligence reveals that both targets are very much alive. Injured but undeterred, Tyler continues his struggle to protect Ovi, despite the countless threats and his own mounting exhaustion. He realizes that they're trapped, and every potential escape route seems sealed by Amir's vast influence. As Tyler nurses a bleeding hand, Ovi does his best to help, his quiet compassion a stark contrast to the chaos around them. A few moments later, Tyler reconnects with Nick. Nick urges Tyler to abandon Ovi, insisting that leaving him in the city would likely mean his death. But Tyler, unable to betray the boy, instead requests an extraction helicopter. As they settle in for a short rest, Tyler notices Ovi rhythmically moving his fingers. When asked, Ovi explains it's a habit from playing piano, something his father despises. Tyler's expression, too, mirrors his father's disapproval, though he quickly apologizes, a hint of empathy in his eyes. Elsewhere, Saju, battered and bloodied from the earlier fight, stops at a rundown motel to clean himself up. As he rinses his face, he makes a call to his family. Speaking softly, he instructs his wife to flee with their son if she doesn't hear from him within 12 hours. Although his wife's voice reveals her worry, Saju has no choice. Turning his attention to his son Arav, Saju urges him to take care of his mother. He leaves a gentle, hopeful message, kissing the phone, as if to send his love through the line before he heads back into the deadly fray.